The person that intends to conduct activities under Section 13 of this law shall apply to the Committee for Livestock Production. I'm reading out the processes now. So if you need to operate, you need to rear cow, you need to do any of such things that I have mentioned above, you can apply. And upon the application, upon the committee may determine from time to time, the committee for the purpose of establishing a designated area, desirous of undertaking an activity, we get an area. We all know that there are people who are very good at it. So I start making arrangements, either as a cluster, and the committee will direct you on land acquisition. Such land to persons, subsection 1 of this section shall be theirs. The governor shall have the overriding power to apply for this license. If you have
let me quickly say that what we're doing here today is for everybody.
Just to trickle down that structure.
Deputy Chairman, the People's Democratic Party,
I am trying to explain this so that you will understand where to run to. Every power that they have, definitely.
And policies is no other than Mr. Olisa.
Governor to approve them. So it's not a one-man committee. It's not a committee that one man can just.
Local Government. Please a round of applause for him.
we on this side enlightening them, because we discovered that even with the law, a lot of them are ignorant. They're not even aware that there's a law in the first place. So I decided to take around the state and begin to let them know in the first place there's a law. And in the law, they have rights, they have responsibilities. And there are things government will do too. You heard when we said that the law provides that at the local government level, local government is the closest to the people, that the local government will have a task force that will really drive this process. The task force will be headed by the chairman and by people down up to the Butchers Association, up to the cattle rearers themselves, the association, even the farmers themselves are part of the task force. I'm sure before today they are not even aware that they are members, because they are the endangered people here, the farmers. So if they were aware before now that they are supposed to be in a task force, I'm sure that they would have been pushing the local government chairman since to please raise this task force so that we can go there and talk about ourselves. So the achievement today first is that they are now aware that there's supposed to be a task force in the local government area where themselves, the Arewa people are members of the task force. The butchers themselves who slaughter these animals are members of the task force. And the farmers themselves are members of the task force. So we think that we've done well by letting them know. And one other thing is that today they are aware that the cattle herders are not allowed to move their cattle, their livestock on the streets. But it behoves them to report to the task force. So the first thing is for the task force to exist. Before I came here, in the last 2 weeks, I've been telling the local government chairman, go and raise the task force. Otherwise, perhaps we would have been indicting them for not having done that. But we want.
How we relate with each other as regards animal husbandry, animal trading, animal breeding, ranching, and also crop farming. It's important to note that we have had, farmers herders clashes. So this particular law that was enacted in 2021 and also assented to by the then governor of the state is very, very apt. It's germane that we understand it and we'll be able to implement it so that everybody will understand their rights. Where your right stops is where my own starts. So it's important that we have that understanding so that we can mutually live together without reproach, without problems, without challenges. Because these are human-made challenges, and they can be curbed. So we don't want our people dying in the farms just because they are having clashes with people who are engaged in cattle rearing. So if you're rearing your cattle, you should also know that somebody is farming. So you don't go about destroying somebody's farm with your own ways. So that is what is important about this bill. The intention is to make sure we manage this process. The intention is to make sure that we bring peace and security to our people, so that there will be reduction in the destruction of lives and property in our dear community.
I'm very happy. On behalf of the kingdom, we cooperate with them, because what they are doing is safety of life and safety of our people, which is paramount to us in the kingdom.
Okay, I'm the leader of the houses, whether Fulani or any tribe, so far here in Ika land, and we have their representatives. On the Fulanis, whatever tribes, we have them. So as the head of the Ariwas here in Ika land, I will send message to them. And most of them we are even here at the meeting, working with it. Like one of the speakers said, we have been managing the affair in the palace and other places. So we are very aware, and we accept the bill, inshallah.
There are people who are very good at it. I start making arrangements, either as a cluster, and the committee will direct you on how